Good morning. Hopefully I'm on. I can see you. But it is a beautiful morning on Main Street in Rutherford. Thank all of you for joining us every Friday morning at 8:30 as we try to bring to you what's happening. Summer is working its way through, but yet we still have a lot of activity going on in our town. We always have special guests. That is the same way we have today. So I'm going to let our group introduce our guests with us. And I thank Doug and Magnolia for controlling our activities going on in our control booth. So thank you again. Thanks for joining us every Friday morning at 8:30. Guys, I'll turn it over to you.
It is a beautiful morning outside. Walked out, and it's going to be a beautiful Friday. I can just feel it. But Mayor, happy belated birthday for those that didn't see yesterday. We took a little time and got what the mayor calls the town chorus, town employee chorus together, and took a little off our lunch breaks and went and wished the mayor happy birthday. So happy birthday, Mayor. And we've got a lot to cover this morning, so I'm going to jump right in. A lot of y'all know RJ Aiken down there. Hey, RJ. RJ's here for a really special announcement, and we'll get to that in a minute. But first, I want to introduce John Miller from First Baptist Church. And First Baptist has been the host to many different things over the years, but this summer has been real fun for them, I understand. And they've got something coming up that's going to cap it all off. So, John, thanks for joining us this morning.
Yeah, thank you guys for having me here. It's an honor to be here.
So I guess for those that don't know you, introduce yourself and your role and how long you've been at First Baptist.
Yeah, so I'm John Miller. I have been at First Baptist Rutherfordton for actually this Sunday is my 6-year anniversary. So I came in on July 31st of 2016, but I've been doing youth ministry for over 19 years and love it. So yeah, I am a Marvel Lord of the Rings nerd and getting
Is
married.
Is the map that's behind you a Lord of the Rings map? Because I've been trying to figure it out all morning.
Yes, it is. Yes,
Okay.
it is. Yeah. So I'm getting married and moving officially to Rutherfordton in a couple months, and I've been commuting from Shelby. I've lived in Shelby longer than I lived in my hometown, but I'm officially going to be a Rutherfordtonite or
Rutherfordtonian.
Rutherfordtonian. Okay, yeah. So, but
a rough towner.
Yeah. But yeah, just doing a lot of things here this summer. We work with the YMCA, and I'll explain that when it's if you want me to do that now or later. Or...
Yeah, so I mean that's the cool graphics and the stuff that we saw that was going on in the community. That's what got you on today. No, kidding.
Yeah.
No, you guys. So First Baptist has hosted YMCA in different scenarios. You guys host a little bit during COVID to kind of help that process. You've hosted summer camps before, but this summer, let's jump right in. So you guys have been a host to summer camp, right?
Yeah, so in 2019, sorry, something's in my eye, so everyone can watch me jabbing my eye out here. In 2019, we started partnering with the YMCA. It's through the Ruby C. Hunt YMCA, but it's the Rutherford County YMCA summer program and after-school program. So they needed a place to just be in the county that was closer to their families, and so we partnered with them in 2019. And went really well, but then the old adage, but then COVID happened, and so then we had to take a break. But during that time, actually, it's kind of fitting that RJ's on this call. In 2020, we started partnering with Blue Ridge Hope and started partnering with RJ, and we started hosting the tutoring program that RJ's been an integral part of, and just trying to provide I don't know, we want our facilities to be more than just a place that people gather on Sundays. We want it to be available to the community for all kinds of things, because we want to be really good neighbors to our community, because that's what we're called to do. So we have actually hosted the tutoring program for the last 2 years in our fellowship hall and in the youth basement with Addie and with RJ and a couple of different people from Blue Ridge. So we've been doing that as well. But this summer, we were finally able to get the YMCA back. So I was telling Magnolia, you might hear some booms and pops here in a little bit. And there's not a war going on in the church or an MMA convention well, there might be a fight out there. I don't know. I'm just kidding. But yes, so they're
Nerf guns.
Yeah,
Nerf
yeah,
gun fight.
yeah.
Yeah.
So they're in the fellowship hall right here, but they've been here 5 days a week since the middle of June, and our church is hosting a community cookout. Not today, but next Friday. Really in celebration of them being here. So we're going to have inflatables. We're going to have free that night. We're going to have free hot dogs and drinks and like desserts and stuff like that. So they're going to be here all day. So we're going to have the inflatables just for this group here from like that morning till mid-afternoon, just to say, hey, we love you guys. We're so glad you've been here this summer. We're glad you've been able to use our facilities. This is just a simple thank you. But then we're going to deflate those inflatables and put them back up that night from 6 to 8 on August 5th for the community. And it is truly a free event. We just want to connect in the community and give people a free meal. And one of the inflatables is called the Big Kahuna. It is a water slide. So it's like you climb up and like there's water going down the slide and you slide down. So you'll want to wear something to get wet and messy and bring a towel because you don't have to. You'll just be gross while you live. So yes, that's kind of our involvement in the community, and that's what we're doing next Friday. And we really are honored to have the Y here this summer, and we're looking forward to anything we can do to partner with the community. I've talked to pretty much everyone on this call before about just trying to be a better neighbor to our community. So if we can do that, we want to do that.
Yeah, I think you guys are already good neighbors, and I love the strive every day to be better neighbors. So for those that are unfamiliar that are watching about First Baptist Church Rutherford, you guys are on the corner of North Main and 3rd Street, which is kind of catty corner from the courthouse, directly across from the Carrier houses, if you guys are familiar with the Carrier houses. So if somebody's coming in, going to be a part of the community cookout and water slides, they've got their towel and they're ready 6 to 8 on the 5th. Where should they go on your campus? Let's pretend they've parked on Main Street. They've never been to your campus before. How do they get down to all the fun?
Yeah. So 1, you can follow the noise. 2, you can so our church is like this far from the Methodist church, like literally literally that far.
And you guys are wonderful neighbors. We're going to hop into that whole conversation here in a minute, but yeah,
so like our churches, it would be silly if we didn't work together, but our churches work together very well and we partner together all the time. Like I work with Gary, the youth minister next door. We work with Inyong, the pastor next door, which RJ will.
You guys probably even share mail, like First United, First Baptist. I think
we share
mail lady. Yeah, the members. You just alternate Sundays.
Yeah, we have people that come here thinking we're them, and people that go there think So, but we're on the same team. We don't care. But so if you're coming to the event, so if you're looking at our church, the Methodist church is next door. But then on the other side, there are a couple businesses. There's Infinity Toys and Games, and then there's the Nutrition Hub. So on that, like, if you want to go down that street right there, and that's where the inflatables are going to be. Like, it's right behind our property. So our property is kind of strange. It's like here's the church, and then the back it just kind of slides down the street there. So right behind our property is where we're going to have the inflatables. And all the food, like so our food's going to be in the covered parking lot there. And the other thing, if it rains, if it storms, we're going to call it that morning, but we will have inflatables set up in our fellowship hall, not the Big Kahuna, because we can't have water slides in the fellowship hall. I know, I'm sorry. So, but if it storms and rains, which is likely to happen because when I plan events, I like draw in the storms. Like you
should have had Magnolia set the date. She's good at that.
Yeah. Well, next time. But if it storms or rains, we're going to have it in our fellowship hall, and we'll still have free food and still be a lot of fun. But yeah, that's how you'll find us. And anyone's welcome to come.
All right. So I have to ask a question that I know that everybody on this call has been thinking about this entire time that you've been talking, and I'm sure a lot of the viewers too. But is there an age limit to participate in these slides?
There's not. So if you have a young child, like a preschool child or whatever, parents want to get on those with them. Adults are welcome too. Um, uh, Grown children like myself will also be able to, as long as you have the ability to get on the slides and get off of them. And we may even help you on and off of them if you really need, if anyone needs assistance. So, but no, there's no age limit at all.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Thanks for asking that, Magnolia, because I was trying to figure out how to word that in the right way. So
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, of course. So John, appreciate what you guys are doing. I think for me, obviously this community outreach is great. You guys are going to be having the inflatables there for the Y. You kind of parlayed that into outreach for the community. Obviously free food, and nobody likes to turn down free food, especially hot dogs. And I think you said fudge rounds and some desserts or something like that. So, and you not only did we say the free food, I did clarify for everybody before the call that you get free condiments too. So you're not just getting bare hot dogs. They're gonna dress these things up nice for you.
Mm-hmm.
But you guys are doing some great work. I have had the opportunity to come down and speak to some of the youth in your Youth Works program after school that RJ started and Blue Ridge Hope has continued on with. But that's not the only things that you guys are doing there at First Baptist. So continue to do the good work, continue to do the outreach. I hear from the youth in our community just how engaging it is there and how warm and inviting it is with some of the spaces you've created for them to be a part of. So keep it up. Good work.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it.
So now I want to kind of transition over. We talked about, how close the churches are, and it's funny to see not funny. It's, I guess, really more, enlightening for me, or just fun for me to watch the fact that the churches do work so well together. I mean, we have a lot of churches in our community. These two churches really share, almost a common piece of asphalt, right there, First United Methodist and First Baptist. But there is a conglomeration and brotherhood between all of the churches in our communities. Matter of fact, for years now, even pre-COVID, back, I've been with the town for 8 years, and I've been hearing about this for at least those 8 years. I don't know how far it goes before that, but where all of the community pastors are meeting on a regular basis to talk about issues, to talk about ways to help their congregations, and to really work together. I mean, I think that showcases in their Martin Luther King stuff. It showcases in their Easter sunrise services. But throughout the year, all of our pastors are working together. And RJ, I know you are a part of something really special that's going to happen on Sunday at the mayor's home church, First United Methodist. And so if you do get confused between First Baptist and First United Methodist, if you walk in and Mayor Dancy is delivering the announcements, then you're at First United Methodist. Right, Mayor?
Correct.
All right. I mean, I know that I think maybe one time you gave announcements at First Baptist for something special, but for the most part, you're strictly at First United Methodist doing the announcements.
Correct.
All right.
We'll be glad to have you do the announcements anytime over here to change it up.
But RJ, can you this Sunday is kind of the capstone of something that you've been a part of for a while now. I know it wasn't your vision, and we're going to talk about the vision and those type of things, but can you talk about what's going on this Sunday at First United Methodist?
Of course, Doug. Thank you for that. And this is an amazing initiative that a lot of people are part of and have pre-planned and have worked together. That have been in the trenches. But as of now, Stronger Together service is going to happen July 31st at First United Methodist Church. Pastor In Young is the pastor of that church. And honestly, as of now, there's going to be 2 services a year. So if you're not able to make it to this one, which we so hope that you do, the next one's going to be January. I lost the date. Goodness gracious. January 29th, 2023. So if you do miss this one, you can prepare and plan. There's going to be another one. But essentially, how it started out is a group of pastors across Rutherford County, across denominations, wanted to really face the reality of racial reconciliation and racial healing within their congregations. And those conversations started 2 years ago. And, these core group of pastors met every single month. They were very honest with each other about the history of Rutherford County, about their history and about their experiences. And, me being able to pop in those conversations and hear some experiences from our Black pastors and also our experiences from our white pastors, it was extremely, extremely, extremely powerful as a young adult in Rutherford County for them to be honest and vulnerable in that way. And from that initiative 2 years ago, there was an engagement called Truth Cafe, and what this was a 4-hour facilitated encounter by Hopeless Bound, I believe it's what the nonprofit's called. Cindy Thompson and Chuck Bird came. I think, is it from Raleigh or Elon or somewhere?
I think Raleigh in that area. Yes. Thank you.
And so they facilitated those conversations with 20 African-American clergy members and community members, and also 20 white community members and clergy members. And my grandmother was able to be a part of that. And I can tell you that it was powerful, and it left me and some other people in just tears because of how powerful and healing it was to hear our history and to hear some reconciliation take place. So just what I was able and honored to be a part of was a youth and young adult choir that's going to be presenting a selection during this service at 11 a.m. This coming up Sunday. And just from my experiences, seeing youth and young adults rather from across the county, from different churches, share their experiences, what they see, and then just be able to let loose and just worship together. It's just powerful. It's just the next generation of worshipers, and I'm honored. And I don't want to leave any names out whatsoever because I need to work on that. But Reverend Censel Quarles was one of the pastors that kind of spearheaded that engagement 2 years ago, which has transpired into what it is today. So I'm honored. Anyone that's watching this broadcast that wants to be a part of that this Sunday at 11 a.m., just follow the traffic because there's going to be a lot of people. We're going to be safe, but I think that it's going to be very powerful, and we invite all of the community to come out.
Yeah, and you guys are going to be in the fellowship hall of First United Methodist, right? So, Mayor, if folks are coming from Main Street to the fellowship hall for this service, what's the best route to get down there?
The best way is to park at this church and come on over to the Methodist church. That's the best way. But you'll see, we'll have people outside that will direct you to where to go. And I want to publicly thank RJ his work. He has assisted in moving this along. You're going to see the work of a lot of people for a long time. This is not something that was just put together last week. It was something I've been working on, and it's going to be an opportunity for the community to worship together. And I thank all the people that's involved. There's places to park on around the church, over at the annex, the courthouse. There's a small parking lot behind the Methodist church. So we'll have people out there helping you find a parking space. They'll give you direction on where to come to. But you're going to experience something that I think all of you will be proud to what we've accomplished together. And I think it's going to speak very highly of how our community can work together. And so it'd be a very meaningful Sunday. There'll be only one service. That is at 11 o'clock down in the fellowship hall. So I encourage you to come, park wherever you can, and just come over and be a part of that. I would suggest you get there early, and so you'll have a place to sit. We're going to have box lunches for everyone that's there. So just come out and enjoy the morning and appreciate the environment that we can accomplish together.
Yeah, like you guys said, 2 years in the making. The choir, you guys have been practicing for a few months now, right, RJ?
Yeah, we have. And there's actually going to be two more choirs. One from First United Methodist Church, and then another one that's in a conglomeration of Harvest House and Gold Hill, which is right beside our Central High School. So there's going to be a couple of other choirs as well.
It's just an amazing opportunity to worship. And like you said, kind of cross denomination, it doesn't really matter. We're all serving the same one God. And so, why not have an opportunity for all of us to gather? And I think it speaks to the leadership of the clergy in our community to, like you said, to be vulnerable, to have those honest conversations, and to really show leadership outside the walls of the church and to be the church. And so,
exactly.
I'm delighted to be a part of just being able to watch on Sunday to see all this kind of come together. So thank you for volunteering your time to be a part of the choir. And when I reached out to RJ yesterday, there really hasn't. I've known about this service for a while now, but I wanted to make sure that our community knew about the service. And I'm sure those that attend the congregations that are going to be a part of it, it's probably been a part of their weekly advertisements and announcements. But I reached out to RJ just because, one, I hoped he would be available from his Reaching Rocco standpoint, and I knew that he was in one of the choirs. And so, I'm just going to be honest, RJ. I mean, I know that you had some hesitation just because this is not something that's RJ Aiken. This is not something that's Reaching Rocco. This is a much larger group of people, and there's so many different pastors, so many different elders in different churches that are a part of this, so many different volunteers that are bringing this together. So thank you for just coming on and speaking about it and kind of having the humility to at least let the community know outside of maybe traditional ways that this service is occurring, and some of the great work that our clergy and churches are doing together to just be united together in service. So thank you for being on this morning.
Thank you.
We did get one question of, if you're not available to attend this service in person, will it be live streamed?
Yes. It will. First United Methodist has a Facebook page, and it will be live streamed there. I'm also going to share it too, because I think it's just amazing. So if you go to First United Methodist Church Facebook page, it's going to be live streamed there.
Awesome. Well, guys, thank you both for joining us this morning, John, RJ. Before we kind of transition into just a few kind of town announcements, John, anything that you've been kind of sitting here listening, had some time to think about, your conversation, anything that you want to just rehash or just make sure people are aware of for August the 5th from 6 to 8 with you guys?
No, we would just love for anyone to come. Again, there's no age limit. Again, there's free hot dogs and dessert and drinks. And
you added dessert. Did you just add dessert?
I said it earlier. I said,
okay. I see. That's why we rehash some of these things.
Yeah. But no, it's we just really want to have a safe, fun event for the community. And again, if there are any families interested in the YMCA, like, you don't contact me, you would contact Danielle is her name, through the Ruby C. Hunt YMCA in Boiling Springs, North Carolina. So if you're in, there's only a few more weeks of that, so it might be a little too late to sign up, but we're hoping to have them back next summer and continue this relationship. But yeah, we're just excited and hope to see as many people here next Friday as possible.
Because you won't want to miss the Big Kahuna.
You don't want to miss the Big Kahuna. No. So there's that. There's an obstacle course, inflatable, where you have to literally jump through things and climb through things, and then there's just a big bounce house, so you can choose between those three. It's going to be a good time. So
That's awesome. RJ, same for you. You haven't had as much time to decompress, but anything that you want to add about this Sunday's service at First United Methodist?
Just come out and experience something that's going to be powerful and that's going to be healing. I'm super happy and blessed and honored to be a part of this. It's just a way to show our community that it's not just four walls. It's us. We are the community. We're out in the community. And John, you're a testament to that. Honored to always work with you guys. It's even a bigger honor to see you guys taking the steps to build and be neighbors to Rutherford County. So just kudos to everyone. I hope that people can see that it takes a village to raise the upcoming generation, and that's what you guys are doing. So that's all I really have to say.
Thanks, RJ. Mayor, First United Methodist is your home church. We joked about you making the announcements every Sunday, but anything you want to add from your experience? I know you've been a part of some of the conversations to host this service and to be a part of it. Anything you want to add from your perspective?
I just want to reinforce what RJ is saying. It's been a great experience just to be a part of all the different people that have come together and to honestly be able to sit down and talk and discuss of whatever they're feeling, and to be able to see all those people work together and come up with what's going to happen Sunday. I encourage you to come out. This, as Jackson would say, folks, this is just the beginning. And it's great to be a part of something. It's such great atmosphere, great participation, and honestly, people are willing to speak, but also willing to listen. And so it's going to be a great experience, and I hope people will support it. And I often say, you may not have a part in the program itself, but your presence is going to speak just as loud as anyone that has anything to sing or say. So we want a big turnout to be there. Hopefully we have trouble seating people, and we'll work our way through that. But come out Sunday at 11 and enjoy, and hopefully you'll get as much out of it as those people that are working to put it together. So I'm excited about it.
Well, again, thank you all for kind of covering the topics that you've got going on in your different churches and different stuff in the community. RJ, I know if we started talking about other topics that you've got going on, we'd be here all day, which is great. But we do want to switch gears a little bit. Next week is a busy week here at the town, so we've got some announcements for that. Obviously, first and foremost is we do have a council meeting next Wednesday. We've got some great stuff on that agenda. We've got a presentation on our comprehensive transportation plans. There's been a lot of community input about places for sidewalks and bike lanes and new roads, intersection improvements. A lot of those are outside of the purview of the town itself. They're in control of NCDOT. So we are advocating and trying to get those into that transportation plan. A lot of the projects we've heard are in the plan, and they'll be here to present that. The TDA will be giving a presentation on Rutherford Bound and all the great things that Rutherford Bound is bringing to our community. We have a couple of fire station projects. So our much anticipated fire station number 2 project, the renovation of our fire station number 1. And then also we have another annexation from the New Hope community. So for those that follow us know that we had an annexation up on Ridgecrest last month, and the neighboring property is following suit. So we'll be starting that annexation process as well. So I know there's other things that'll be coming up at the council meeting, but that's kind of a quick update of things on the town council's agenda next Wednesday at 5:30. Next week is also a very busy week for our fire department. Is our first annual Ignite camp at the fire department. That'll be happening Monday through Friday. And in partnership with our fire department is obviously the host, but our police department, Rutherford County EMS, Rutherford County Fire Marshal's Office, Isothermal Community College, And we've got, I believe, 8 youth in our community that have signed up for that. And so really kind of showing off all emergency services next week at Ignite Camp. So, and I know there's more. There's so much more to be done at Ruffton Roots. And Magnolia, I'm going to turn it over to you because I think this week you guys had 8 ways for people to get involved. Is that right?
Yeah, we had quite a bit before we get into any more details, I want to allow our guests to leave if they need to. I know that RJ and John, you were both very busy people, so I don't want to keep y'all on Brewtiful Mornings as much as we want to keep you and have you through the rest of the show, but I wanted to give y'all the opportunity to hop off and go get work done.
Thank y'all for letting us be on here so much.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for being on.
Awesome. So, yeah, we had quite a bit of opportunities to get involved. That is my insulin pump. I'm very sorry. Quite a bit of ways to get involved with Ruffton Roots. We have our Nourish program in full force. So we have yoga for kids on Monday mornings, yoga for adults on Tuesday evenings, and then a mindful mornings class on Wednesday mornings. We have our normal work schedule, like garden maintenance and stuff. So follow us on Facebook, get signed up for our monthly email to have all of those dates sent to you directly. But yeah, we're in full force. We also, just through the month of July, we have been sending out all of the potatoes that we harvested. So we planted about 100 pounds of seed potatoes and had well over 1,100 pounds of potatoes that we harvested. So really making an impact on our local food pantries and everything. So I just want to say thank you to all of our volunteers and all of our people that have helped sponsor us or just worked with us to kind of allow us the opportunity to go out and do all of these amazing things in our community.
Sometimes you just got to take a deep breath and make sure you're getting it all. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
what's going on there today at 10:30 at story time at the library? The fire trucks are going to be there. They're doing a little splash down and water down for Ocean of Possibilities. Gosh, I'm thinking, you know, next week we've got so much on the agenda for next week as well. Next week is also a fab night on Friday. So not only can you do the water slides and the free food at First Baptist Church from 6 to 8, but from 6 to probably 9 or 10 is going to be fab on Central Street in downtown Rutherfordton. Yeah.
That's so much.
In other general announcements, definitely make sure that we've said this for the last couple of weeks, but we want to keep saying it. Make sure you're getting yourself, your friends, your art friends, your vendors, your favorite food trucks. Make sure they're aware about the signups for Hilltop Fall Festival. Those are available on our website at rutherfordton.net. When you go to rutherfordton.net, scroll down a little bit, and right in the buttons on the front page, it'll say Hilltop Fall Festival registrations. That's a mouthful, but make sure you're getting signed up for that. And gosh, I feel like there's more to say. Big announcement, and we'll put this on our Facebook page after Brewtiful Mornings this morning, but we have been notified by DOT and by the contractor for the bypass construction that 2nd Street is going to be closing. So 2nd Street is one of the streets that the bypass intersects as it comes through the town. And so if you've been driving on 2nd Street here recently, you've seen the earthwork and the grading on either side of the road. Now it's time for that road to close and the continuation of that work. So if you're coming from Railroad Avenue, the closure will be just past Smith Mountain Street. So Smith Mountain Street is kind of the backside into the old RS Central football field area. There's a little road that cuts off to the right there. That's Smith Mountain. So the road will be closed there. So you'll be able to turn around at Smith Mountain Street. And then on the other side, if you're coming from Cleghorn Street heading up the hill, the road will be closed at the former Mountain View Baptist site. So where the former Mountain View Baptist was, right there, the road will be closed as well. So that'll be a permanent closure. That road will not reopen in the future. And so just be on the lookout for those barricades starting today and moving forward.
And Doug, I want to mention too, I'm sure majority of our people already know that, but they're controlling traffic on Charlotte Road. They're working on the bank, so it cuts down to one lane there beside the bank as they continue to take away. They've already taken away the trees. Now they're lowering the dirt level down some. So be very cautious of that. And so a lot of activity going on and around the main part of our towns, especially those areas where there's going to be bridges built. And a lot of so be careful where you're going, and especially those people that use Second Street.
Yep. And then the last news that I had of the day is if you haven't got your duck, don't be a quack. So our ducks are available for the duck race here at Town Hall. They're 2 for $10. So 2 ducks for $10. Magnolia said they're 1 for $5, but I'm thinking 2 for 10 is a much better deal. So you might as well get double your duck. Last year they were $10 a piece, so we're double down on the ducks. So 2 for 10. Come by, get your ducks. We have all kinds of ducks. If you want a DOT duck, we've got safety vest ducks. If you want a library duck, we've got those. We got superhero ducks. You get to pick out your duck. But all the money raised for that goes towards cystic fibrosis and the Western North Carolina chapter of cystic fibrosis to help in their work in our region. So would love for you to come by, get the ducks. That'll be on September the 9th at Kiwanis Park. So all that information is available in the event on our Facebook page.
Yeah. And go ahead, Mayor.
I can testify. I've seen a box of Quackers, and they are all different kinds. If you cannot find a duck in there that pertains to whatever you like, you are in trouble because it's full of different kinds, multiple. So come and check them out, and I'm sure you can find something that pertains to a certain area that you would like to race. They all look like they're fast ducks, so I'm sure the one you pick may be the winner.
Absolutely. And we're going to also have some sponsor ducks available. So if any businesses are interested in getting a sponsor duck, I'm still working on getting all of the information out on that, but definitely keep in tune with our social media. And then I also want to mention one more thing about the day of September 9th. So same day as the duck race, same day as our movie in the park, same day as Cousin Maine Lobster Food Truck, all in Rutherfordton and Kiwanis Park. We're also going to have a community wellness fair that day from 4 to 7. So registrations are open. It is in the exact same place as you find the Hilltop vendor registrations, but we're looking to have all of our community organizations and businesses, nonprofits who really have anything to do with like health and well-being and nutrition or anything with our community. We want you there just to kind of gather with the community, tell them about the services or the information that you have to offer, any screenings that you have. So if you know of anybody, please spread the word around. I'll definitely make some more posts on our social media just to kind of get the word out. But definitely come by from 4 to 7 on September 9th in Kiwanis Park. Then 7 o'clock starts the duck race, and then Cousins Maine Lobster Food Truck will be there from 5 to 7. So there's just so much happening in Kiwanis Park that day. But we're super excited. And then the last thing that I want to mention while we're on the topic of First United Methodist Church is that we will have a housing analysis presentation on August 17th from 6 to 8 at First United Methodist Church. So we've mentioned it a couple of times, but one new announcement with it is that we're going to have childcare available. So if you're really interested in coming, but you don't have anywhere to like shove your kids or have anybody watch your kids, we're going to have people available to watch your kids so you can attend that housing presentation.
Yeah, and want to give a huge thank you to John Miller from First Baptist Church, who's helping us put together the childcare piece. So First United Methodist for being our host. Thank you so much to leadership at First United Methodist for allowing us to have a space right in the heart of our community that's bigger than that we can do here at the town. So we're hoping to have enough seating for 200 or so. And then thank you to First Baptist right across that little sliver of land to help with childcare, because we want people to be very attentive in this meeting. Patrick Bowen with the Bowen National Research Group is a nationally respected housing expert, and we have been able to get them through a gracious grant from the Dogwood Foundation to come in and do a very macro level study on housing to really look at what the issues are in our community. We know what the issues are. If you drive around Rutherford, you can begin to surmise those. But what is the true data behind it? What is the value? What is the numbers? What does that data look like? And that's what Patrick's going to be able to bring. And then his expertise on a national level to see how that data then turns into actionable steps moving forward. What are some of the ways that our community, he's not going to give us the roadmap. He's not going to give us the things that we need. What he's going to do is give us the recommendations and the tools that we as a community can then begin to formulate a plan to move forward together. There's going to be things that the town can do. There's going to be things that churches and nonprofits can do. There's going to be things that our community, just as private landowners, can do. It's not going to be a one-size-fits-all solution where everybody looks and turns to me and Magnolia or the mayor for an answer. It's going to be all of us working together with different tools and solutions given our purview to move forward with housing. And so I've really been talking to a lot of people in the community about how important it is to be there because everybody's voice is going to be a part of this. So this first presentation is a presentation and an opportunity for us to divulge the information and to ask questions of a national expert in his field about housing. There'll be follow-up meetings for us to then begin working with our redevelopment commission members to put together a formulative plan for the town's ability to fund and the town's ability to move. But I can tell you right now, the town is not going to be the end-all solution when it comes to housing. There are things that just legally in our formation from the state that we cannot do, but that need to be done. And so that's where we're going to be relying on partners like the churches, partners like Habitat for Humanity, Rutherford Housing Partnership, Gateway Foundation, Dogwood, and the list goes on and on. But this is really the opportunity for all of us to begin thinking creatively around housing. So I'm really excited about this opportunity to have somebody of Patrick's purview been working in Rutherfordton and then to be here and be accessible to us. Folks, this is what he does on a day in and day out basis across the entire nation. And so to bring his expertise here into Rutherfordton, I'm really delighted.
Absolutely. All right. Do we have anything else?
I can encourage, as Doug has already mentioned, about our council meeting coming up Wednesday, 5:30 here at Town Hall. Obviously, everyone is invited to be a part of that, but if you are unable to attend in person, you can watch us on our Facebook page. We handle that live every month. That we do have a council meeting, so you're welcome to join in and look and hear what's going on in our town. And we're constantly working on something every month, and we talk about it. So I encourage you to listen in and see what's going on. As you can tell, we've got a lot of exciting things that's happening. And I thank the council for their work that they've been doing and keep us in the forefront of all these activities and especially these things that brings interest to our community, such as housing. It's very important to our community, and it's one that we keep on the front burner of things to do. So we've got a lot of great things happening, and especially thanks to the two people that's joined me here on this morning's, but a lot of things happening in our town of Rutherford we want everyone to be a part of. And so I thank them for supporting us in what we're doing. And Magnolia just mentioned to you about the garden. I go by there at least 2 or 3 times a week to look. I'm always amazed. And now you've got a little different garden there for the sunflowers. And Jackson I take him by, we automatically roll down the window. He keeps looking out, trying to see, and he's going to be anxious to see those come up out of the ground. And so we view those weekly. So you've given us another thing to view. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you. I'm so excited for the sunflowers to come up because it's going to be perfect right around fall time, just for people to go and get like family photos done or engagement pictures or anything like that. So I'm just really happy that Ruffton Roots is creating kind of those like community gathering spaces.
Yeah, they're going to be beautiful. That's going to be yeah. I love sunflowers anyway, but those are going to be beautiful over there.
Oh,
Really
yeah,
good view.
absolutely.
All right, more to come. I don't know that we showed the comment, but we did see a comment come through about some information about the factory. So great comment. I'm not going to address it. What I am going to say is I don't really know, but that is a great opportunity for us to put together a show with Willard Whitson and the team from the factory. So I will reach out to Willard and the team at Kid Census and see if we can get them scheduled for an upcoming Brewtiful morning. What I do know is that they are slated in early 2023 at this point to open the factory. So I don't have a specific date, but I do have a connection with Willard Whitson, the director of Kid Census, and be glad to get him on a Brewtiful Mornings and let him bring some of his team on to tease some of the things that will be going on in the factory, to give an update on Kid Census, and for them to kind of work with the community, give you an idea of what to expect and when to expect the factory. But it is coming along nicely. So, but great comment, and that's a great opportunity for us. Tongue-tied this morning, upcoming show.
That's
Well, it's
awesome.
always great to go by there and see things happening, and the building is excellent looking structure, and what all the things we've seen, that's going to be a tremendous asset to our town and this community. So they do a great job there.
Yeah. And I see that the alias of the fundraiser is on and leaving some ideas about the sponsored duck ideas. So maybe we could get the fundraiser to help us with some duck sales. I think I saw like a fundraiser kind of looking duck. I think you tried to sell me that one the other day, Magnolia, with the cape. Yep. So maybe like a Blue Ridge barge, so if there's like a Blue Ridge barge of ducks going down, and it can have like a little billboard waving,
Oh, Lord.
Oh,
Always lurking.
Always lurking. Love it, Travis. Love what you guys are doing, and love the enthusiasm that you bring to it. So anyway, thank you everybody for a wonderful Brewtiful Mornings. Gosh, there's so much going on in town. We can't even compile where we started to do these, over a year and a half ago now. We were doing these in like 15 minutes. And so just the amount of stuff that we've got going on, it seems like we get to Fridays so fast these days that we're just, I was driving into work this morning kind of thinking about stuff to talk about on Brewtiful Mornings outside of our guests, and just kind of blown away with how much we've got going on and how fast our Fridays are coming around, just as busy as we are here working on things in the community. So Magnolia, appreciate all the hard work you're doing. I know there's a lot of people behind the scenes on your side of the fence, a lot of people behind the scenes on my side of the fence that are working on stuff. But to everybody from the town's perspective, our volunteers, our committees, everybody that's kind of working towards a better and brighter future for Rutherton, just thank you.
A lot of people have been asking me, you've already mentioned it, but I want to reinforce it, about our October festival coming up, the first Saturday in October. We have not had one in several years, so we want to be this one where we've waited for it. It is going to be here. Those people that continue to ask, are you going to have a festival? Yes, the town of Rutherton is going to have a festival October. If you'd like to have a booth, get in touch with Magnolia. She'll tell you about the information concerning that. Going to come out, and I've also Magnolia's volunteered to take care of the weather again this year. So we look for a great Saturday. And so everybody, let's get out and have a real good time on this Main Street of Rutherton.
I almost forgot, Mayor. So yeah, our pumpkins are out. We've got all of our pumpkins out at all of our entrance signs and our major intersections in town. You can't miss them. They say Fall Festival, Saturday, October 1st. Can't miss our pumpkins. We wanted to get them out early. Normally, we don't put them out this early, but hey, we haven't had a festival in like 3 years. So we're excited about it. We've got our banners up. So there's banners at all of the intersections talking about Fall Festival. Just kind of look up. You'll see the Fall Festival logo. And hey, we've had some issues with really pushing for the 7K mark for our Purple Martin Greenway 7K, because we were starting downtown. Well, now that Kiwanis Park is completed, we've not had the opportunity to do a full-blown race in and out of Kiwanis Park. So We've been working with Rutherford Outdoor Coalition, and on Monday, so this coming Monday, registrations will go live for the 2022 Purple Martin Greenway Fabulous 4-miler. So, Fabulous 4-miler registrations will go live on Monday. And we'll have paper registrations, but ROC, this will be part of the Rutherford Outdoor Coalition Run Series. So all the registrations are there. If you're in the Run Series, the points and all the information for your points will go towards that. But that'll go live on Monday, and they'll be open for about a month and a half. So they'll go through mid-September. I think the cutoff date this year is the 21st of September for T-shirts, and then you can always register the day of. We also are going to be having a fun walk, fun run. All of the money raised from the Purple Martin Fabulous 4-miler will go towards the Purple Martin's expansion north as it meets up with the Thermal Belt Rail Trail going across the 221 bypass. So that is coming back. I was meeting with the group of folks that are helping plan that yesterday. We've got all of our registration forms ready. ROC has those, and those will be going live on ROC's website on Monday. We'll share that on the Purple Martin Greenway Facebook page and also on the town Facebook page next week as well. So yes, there's a festival. Yes, there's a race, and we are excited about Saturday, October the 1st. What a way to kick off fall.
Great information. It's been a great day. Thank both of you for the assistance.
Thank you, Mayor. And we look forward to, I don't want to rush summer too much. We look forward to having Jackson back with us soon. So I know he's enjoying his summer, and which means some days he's not with you guys all the time, but we're excited to see him back at some point.
We're going to have a warning coming soon, Jackson.
What'd you say? That's not all, folks, or that's just the beginning, folks. Yep.
All right. He's
All right.
saving up.
Good deal. Good deal.
Thank you.
Awesome. Well, I have another meeting I need to get to, so I'm going to play the outro, but I hope everybody has a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you Sunday at First United Methodist Church.
We combine, you know I can't deny it, intertwined. Send the skin so close to mine. You gotta be